Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to start the new topic, that is heart. Okay, so far we discussed about brain and around 7 topics, subtopics under brain, and then we discussed about eye, around 5 topics, 5 to 6 topics under eye we have discussed. So today we will start the heart as a pump system. Okay, so all of you know the heart, right? So I have not given any introduction here, so I'm directly going to the first subtopic, that is architecture, because all of you, most of the students, I mean almost 100% of the students should be knowing what is heart, right? And what is its function? It pumps the blood to the various part of our body. So why the heart is so important? Okay, because if the heart doesn't beat, that means the blood pumping is not happening. If the blood pumping is not happening, the oxygen in the blood is not reaching to the all the parts of the body. If the oxygen is not reaching, the organs will start failing. Why? Because they will not start functioning. Brain will not function, kidney will not function without oxygen, liver will not function without oxygen. Any cells inside our body, if in order to function further, they require oxygen. So oxygen is transported how? Okay, so it will be carried, the oxygen to the blood will be carried by the whom? Through the blood will be carried by the hemoglobin, which is present in the RBC. Now this hemoglobin will be taking blood to the entire part of the body. Okay, so that's how the heart functions, and it works as a great pumping system, because it's continuously 24/7, not only bar 7 until you die. Okay, 24/7 into your age. So it will keep on working. Understanding? There is no rest for heart. Heart cannot rest. If heart rests, then you are in resting peace, right? So that's how the heart is very important organ in our body. If kidney failure is there, we can replace kidney, and even different organs can be replaced. The heart, brain are very complicated systems which cannot be replaced or so easily. Okay, it takes a lot of effort, and we have not yet reached, even by using tissue engineering also. We are able to make the heart as a replica of heart. That means we are using in the tissue engineering, where the cells of the particular organs will be taken or tissues will be taken, then put it in a extracellular matrix. Okay, it's a kind of network which decides the mechanical shape, or you can say that it will act as a mechanical strength. Okay, mechanical support. So once you seed these cells inside this extracellular matrix, it will start growing. So then slowly cells will start differentiating, growing, and finally they will become one huge tissue. Okay, so tissue together it can give the organ also. With the help of tissue engineering, we are able to make the heart, like the artificial heart, but it is not artificial. With the help of cells only, human cells only, we are going to make. So these particular heart has been made, and even kidney has been made, even liver has been made, but they have not transplanted as such directly into the human being, because it's still under research in the humans. Okay, it has got some successful traits in animals, so, and then later humans it should have. So we might need it 10 or 20 more years. Okay, with the available technology, we are not able to use it, tissue engineered heart, directly to replace the human heart. Okay, so but these developed tissues like heart, kidney, or liver, whatever it is, these organs are helpful. How? If, for example, if I am developing particular drug which is going to work on the kidney or heart, then I can just try it on the particular laboratory only, where I have already prepared the heart by myself, heart cells only, which has been taken and seeded and made a heart. So I'll be going to check on that. I'll be checking on whether how exactly the drug affects this particular heart or the diseased heart, and comparison can be done, the healthy heart and diseased heart. All those things can be understanding. For me, what I mean to say is, for research and development, we can use the particular these developed tissue engineering developed organs. but still it's very far, we are still far away to come to have the particular proper replacement to the human being. Okay, so why I gave that example is we should be updated with this particular knowledge in the area what we are discussing. So now all of you know what is heart. Heart is nothing but it's an organ, okay, which is situated almost center left part of our every human being, which pumps the blood to every part of the body, right? That means it is giving the oxygen to every part of the body. So the heart is complex pump system that circulates blood throughout the body, right? ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದು ಪಂಪ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಥರ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ WBC ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೈಟೋಸೈಟೋಸಿಸ್. ಅದು ಆರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನನ್ನು ಇದು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪಂಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಸ್ ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲಿವರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಣ್ಣಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ make sure that there is a proper continuous pumping of a particular blood to almost all cells or tissues, so that the tissues or cells should not lose their function. Okay, or else it will be, if a particular person, if has go imagine the particular vein or a particular internal bleeding because of the bleeding or something, maybe due to the cholesterol in the heart valves, if it is not reaching the particular blood site of the body, that site of the body will not stops working. Okay, it will be like a dead tissue there. Understand? That's why the heart plays a very important role. So let's see the architecture here. So architecture of heart, we know that there are 4 parts are there. We are having the right atrium, left atrium, we are having the right ventricle, left ventricle. Okay, so we are having these 4 different parts. We are having atrium, 2 left and right, and ventricles, which is left and right. So these are, we know that these are different what you say, structures again, which will be responsible for, the blood will come in here and then it will be pumped to another system here. So from these 2 it will go towards the other parts of the body. Again this will be connected here. So blood will come here, then purify, then it will go here, like that. Okay. Now we are having something called circulation of blood. So that is the basic objective of the heart. What is the basic function of the heart? It's nothing but it's blood circulation. Okay, it is pumping the blood, that means it is circulating the blood continuously. Okay, so here the lung, imagine this is the lung and we are having a heart, which is the left part. So a right side of heart, this is the right side of heart, left side of heart, and this is the body. So imagine now the particular this thing, the blood flow, which will start from here, it goes and it goes to lungs and other parts of the body and it comes here. So similarly again, if you are talking about this thing, again it goes from here, the blood, so it goes to here, the oxygen and the lung, both circulating. So here oxygen will be mixing and the blood will be mixing. So here it comes, the body. So here the blood goes to inside the body. Now the body gets almost all oxygen inside the blood. Okay, and then that's how the circulation of blood carries. Okay, so the body to the lungs, right? So the circulation should be continuous because we are getting the oxygen from this particular lungs only. When we inhale, we will get the oxygen, right? With that oxygen only, the hemoglobin able to catch those oxygen and taking it to the heart, and then the heart will pump the blood throughout the body, so that the oxygen will be carried to all parts of the body. Understanding? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ನಮ್ಮದು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಮೇಜರ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಅದರದ್ದು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಂದರೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ನಮಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಹೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ, ನಾವು ಇನ್ಹೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಉಸಿರಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಆ ಆಮ್ಲಜನಕ ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮದು, ಅದು ಲಂಗ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಆ ಲಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ನು ಆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದು ಹಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಹೀಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಪಂಪ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾರು ಒಂದು ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪಂಪ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಈ ಥರ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಇದು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಆ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಈ ಥರ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪಂಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್? ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ನಮ್ಮದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ದೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಸಹ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಲ್ದೇ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಇದು ಸಹ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈ ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೀಗೆ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕೈ ಜುಮ್ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಸೊ ಕೈ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದೇ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ we experience that part itself is dead. So if the blood circulation is not happening, then we experience is what we will experience, that we feel like it's freezed, right? For example, when you are sitting in a particular position for a long period of time, so after that, when you are getting up, your legs are freezed, right? The clamp, whatever we say, so that all things happens because there is no the blood circulation is not proper. Because of this blood circulation is not proper, we are unable to do the function. The hand or the leg is unable to do its function. Why? Because if the muscle wants to contract or relax, again it requires the oxygen which is present in the blood, or even you can simply say that it requires blood also. Without blood circulation, the tissues, the cells will not work. So if they don't work, you cannot function. It's as simple as that. That's why the heart's function is very important. It should keep on beating so that it should keep on circulating the water, the blood, and this blood is also purified. It is also connected to the kidney. So this blood will go to inside the kidney, it will get purified and then it will come back. So that topic also we will be discussing in the module 3, the kidney as a filtration system, that we will study in detail there. So but here as a heart, what it has to do, it is doing that task and it is doing it wonderfully. And we know that there are 72 types, the rhythms will be there, or you can say the beats will be there per minute. That means for a healthy heart, that means that so many times it keeps on pumping. So every beat is indication that the heart is pumping. Understanding? Pumping what? Blood to all parts of the body. So usually when it is about heart, the people will consider it as for love, that, this and all. It is not exactly for that, but it is only for blood circulation. That is for just fun purposes. And there is one more thing. Recently one of the study where they have published some particular work, and which says that even heart has got around 40,000 different cells, and these 40,000 different cells are looks like a neuronal cells which are present in the brain. Understanding? Now you know what are the functions of the neuron, that is. So with this study, the scientists concluded that even the heart, since the heart is having the specialized cells which looks like neuronal cells, so that the heart also capable of has got the capability of thinking on its own without the help of brain. So that is what the conclusion as of now they have given. Still a lot of research has to go to confirm this particular study, and if this particular study will give you the broad area of research and possibilities, so that whatever we used to think from the heart, whatever we psychologically or philosophically we say think from the heart, that might go scientifically now. Scientifically that might be proven, because as of now 40,000 cells they have discovered which are specialized, which looks like a neuronal cells. So imagine if that means neuronal cells means ability to think, ability to do the task from from this particular organ only. No need to depend on the brain. That means even heart has capability of thinking. So that would be the the conclusion if the whole scientific community comes and does a lot of research on this. We might come up with a better clarity in the future. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಬಾಡಿಗೂ ಇದಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಲ್ದೇನೆ ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಬೇಕು, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಪಂಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತಿ ಬೀಟ್ 72 per minute ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಇದಂತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಮೊದಲೇ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಹಾರ್ಟು ಅದು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಗೀತಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಬರೀ ಅದು ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಬಟ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಟಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 40,000 ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಥರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಗೂ ಸಹ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಪಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಈಗವಾಗ ಆ ರಿಸರ್ಚಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದು ಹೌದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ವೆದರ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ which is controlled by a complex network of electrical and chemical signals which is generated by the rhythm of the heart. When there is a rhythm of the heart, okay, that means it is creating the electrical and chemical signals. Okay, so these electrical chemical signals network will be there, no? So that is used to control the pumping mechanism of the heart or pumping action of the heart. Understanding? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ರಿದಮ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ರಿದಮ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವು ಎರಡರದ್ದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಂದನೇ ನಾವು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೈನಸ್ ನೋಡ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೈನಸ್ ನೋಡ್? So this can be asked for 1 mark question. So sinus node is nothing but electrical stimulus. That means electrical impulse which is being generated in the special part of the heart muscle. In heart muscle there is a special part where the electrical stimulus will be generated because of this rhythm, tap 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 tap. So when this particular rhythm comes, that means electrical signal or stimulus is generated in a special part of the heart, that is called as sinus node. That special part is nothing but sinus node. That means in sinus node only electrical stimulus is generated, or you can simply call it as a sinoatrial node or SA node we call. Okay, so that is the place where electrical stimulus is generated in the heart, that is SA node. Now the sinus node, that is SA node, is a small mass of the special tissue. It's a small mass of a special tissue, the smallest tissue in a right upper chamber of the right atrium. That means where it is present, SA node, it is present in the right atrium. That's the definition of SA node. Next, in adult, what happens? The sinus node sends out a regular electrical pulses of 60 to 100 times per minute. That means 60 to 100 times in a minute. That means almost 1 to 1.5 times electrical impulse, 1 to 1.5 times per second. So much speed it sends the regular electrical pulses, so that it will help the heart to beat. So that's what we are calling it as, collectively we are calling it as a beat. So this electrical pulse, once it is generated, it travels down through the conduction pathways. So here the conduction pathways can be anything and causes the heart lower chambers, that is ventricles, to contract. So it pumps out the blood. So this electrical pulse which is generated by this particular SA node, that travels down through the conduction pathways. Conduction pathways means there are a lot of pathways will be there where the electrical pulse will be carried to that particular pathways. With the help of those pathways, the cells which are present in the ventricles, they will contract. Okay, once they will contract, that is a biochemical pathways. No need to worry about those things. Just imagine that because of the electrical pulse, the cells which are present in the ventricles, that is lower part of the heart chamber, will start contracting. So once they contract, the blood will pump. So they will pump out the blood. Okay, once there is a contraction is there, once there is a contraction means the blood will come out, right? So it will pump out the blood. So now the right and the left arteria both are stimulated first and first they will, right and left arteria, that means they will stimulate first, that means electrical stimulus will be first, and contract to one these lower chambers. So the blood will be pushed out of the arteria into the ventricles. So now from here the upper part of the, once from the down part the blood is out, now from the upper part of the heart it will again enter to the ventricles. Now again ventricles then contract to push out the blood into the blood vessels. So this is how it looks like. So I'll just explain it. So from here this particular once the electric impulse is generated, these two things, that means right and left ventricles, they will start contracting. Once the contraction is there, what happens, the blood will pump out. Okay, from here it goes here, from here it goes here, so the blood will pump out. So now whatever the blood is there in atrium, okay, right and left, they will again they will contract. Once they will contract, that will be pumped in out to the ventricles. Now the blood will come to ventricles again. Now the ventricles is the relaxed now, and the blood has been taken out. Now again this particular ventricles will contract. So this relaxation contraction will be there. So when again it contracts, again the blood will pump out. Like that's why that's how the blood will keep on pumping from and to the body. Understanding? So that's how the heart works. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ರಿದಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ, ಸೈನಸ್ ನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಮ್ಯುಲಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಈ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಈ ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಐಟ್ರಿಯಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಐಟ್ರಿಯಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಸ್ ಎ ನೋಡು. ಆ ಎಸ್ ಎ ನೋಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಪಾತ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪಾತ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗಿರುವಂತ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನ ಪಾತ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ, ಈ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಮಸಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪಾತ್ವೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗಿರೋ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪಂಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುವಂತ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏಟ್ರಿಯಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇದು ಆಟ್ರಿಯಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಇದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ works. Okay, so next topic we are having the electrical signaling, that is ECG monitoring and heart related issues, that we will discuss in the next class.